We are talking about dudes that get paid in Trevor Lawrence, in Deshaun Watson. We talking about Tua breaking the bank. You know who better than all them?
Say it.
Dak Prescott.
That's right.
And he has showed the world that. I don't care how many playoffs he wins. My dog Shady says it all the time. Who really winning Super Bowls? So that means everybody losing in the playoffs. A lot of these other quarterbacks ain't delivered in the biggest moments neither, and they got bread. The Trevor Lawrence, the Justin Herberts, the Tuas. We just watched Tua last year give up a 5-game lead, something like that, to Josh Allen, whose team was struggling. But Dak Prescott is better than all those dudes, and we're talking about not paying him because he doesn't deliver in the playoffs. It's been 30-something years since they've been to a conference game.
Yes, sir.
And how many years Dak been there?
8.
So it's bigger than Dak, too, because we just talked about Tony Romo being a better quarterback than Dak.
But it's 25%
and I agree.
of Dak's fault.
You know what I'm saying?
Dak got 25% of that 30-year
Dak Prescott is a winner, too. Dak Prescott is at least going to get you there, and a lot of these quarterbacks is making money from getting you there. You know what I'm saying? Some of them making money, and they don't even get you there.
If I'm the owner and I'm a GM and I get you all these good players, bro, I want you to do better than just do good in the regular season.
We don't do that with everybody else, though. Like, we praising Purdy. We praising Jalen Hurts for his Super Bowl.
And they going to the Super Bowl, James.
Exactly.
But his roster, though.
It should be Dak's last year in Dallas. For Dak Prescott's sake.
How about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down the ride? Angry Cowboys Fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboy Nation and Angry Cowboy fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, looking back on a segment of Speak where Dave Helman was demonized by Cowboys Nation for his take on the QB1 of our Dallas Cowboys. So if you're DC for life and want this whole Dak disrespect to end, drop a like on the video, share this content, and please subscribe to the channel. Cowboys Nation, there was a segment on Speak about 8 days ago where Dave Helman said that this coming season should be Dak Prescott's last season with the Dallas Cowboys. I saw a lot of Cowboys content creators drop the hammer down on Dave Helman for saying what he said. Clips on X and clips on Instagram showed you what he said, and those fans in Cowboys Nation who want to see Dak stay got completely up in arms about it, saying Dave Helman doesn't know what he's talking about or Dave Helman is a traitor. A part of me wanted to know what Dave Helman said, so instead of relying on the clips from Instagram and X, I looked at the entire segment, and I just want to say context is everything, Cowboys Nation. So we're going to take a listen to the few clips that I got for you, and then you know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Angry Cowboys fans, let's go ahead and take a listen to the first clip.
It should be Dak's last year in Dallas. For Dak Prescott's sake. For Dak Prescott, I am ready to see this experiment end. I'm ready to see something new. I would love for this to be Dak's last year in Dallas, and he can go somewhere that, A, doesn't make him fight so hard for his money every single time he's up for a contract, B, wouldn't it be fun to finally get an answer to all of these questions? To see who's really at fault, Dak Prescott or the Dallas Cowboys? See, maybe my guy would earn a little bit more appreciation, because you cannot tell me a guy with Dak's resume would catch half the hate if he played for any other team in the NFL. If Dak Prescott was out here with the LA Rams, or I think Matthew Stafford is a hell of a I'm not talking about their accomplishments, but just in terms of how they're perceived. Matthew Stafford, lacking success in Detroit, did not catch a lot of flack for it because he played for the Detroit Lions. Comes out to L.A. for a well-run organization in the L.A. Rams, wins a Super Bowl. I could see Dak Prescott, A, catching a hell of a lot less heat, and B, seeing a lot more team success if he went somewhere else. And for that reason, I think it should be Dak's last year in Dallas.
I honestly think that Dave Helman represents a part of Cowboys Nation who is fed up with the hatred that is being displayed for Dak Prescott for not leading the Dallas Cowboys to a championship. The undeserved hatred that is spewed by some people in Cowboys Nation is crazy. Talking from a Cowboys content creator perspective, it is so damn draining to have the conversation every day when it comes to Dak Prescott and if he should get his money from Jerry Jones or not. It is draining to have to defend great play because the great play hasn't gotten these entitled fans to what they want, a Super Bowl championship. And the funny thing is, I don't think some of Cowboys Nation knows exactly what they want. Some, it's an NFC championship. Some, it's a Super Bowl. Me? I want the group of guys that take the field to have the same amount of effort, that same amount of tenacity, that same amount of fortitude that Dak Prescott brings to the field. Moving right along to the second clip that I got for you, Dave Helman continues to speak about his position when it comes to Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. So let's take a listen to the clip that I got for you, then we're going to come back and talk about it. Roll the clip.
Dallas has got to pay CD. They got to pay Micah Parsons. To their credit, it'd be a hell of a lot easier to do that without a big quarterback contract on the books. And we'll see how well the Cowboys can replicate this success. They fell backward into Dak Prescott at the end of the Tony Romo era. They found Tony Romo as an undrafted free agent. Could they do it again? I would love to find out. I'd love to see Dak go where he's appreciated, and I'd love to see if the Cowboys can keep up this run of stumbling into good quarterbacks. I think it would be great.
I mean, to keep it a buck, Dave Helman is only being the devil's advocate while at the same time asking the question if the Dallas Cowboys can replicate the same success without Dak Prescott. They haven't been able to do this in 20 years before Dak Prescott. I don't know how some fans think that they're going to get it done after Dak Prescott. There's no evidence that they can get it done. You talk about, can Dak get it done? Hell, can our front office get it done? Jumping right into the third clip that I got for you. James Jones asked Dave Helman if he's only saying what he is saying because he's tired of the crap being spewed about Dak Prescott. So let's take a listen to this final clip that I got for y'all, and y'all know what we're going to do. We're going to come back and unpack this raw and uncut. So, Cowboys Nation, let's take a listen.
Dave.
Yes, sir.
Is that, you want to see that happen, or you just acting petty because everybody's so hard on Dak?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of both.
It's a little bit coming out of you right there. See what's greener over there, and then y'all keep disrespecting Dak.
Not only do I think, yes, that is part of it. I'll readily admit it. But don't you think it would be interesting?
I mean,
we give the Cowboys, rightfully so much grief for not getting over the hump. Mm-hmm. We give Dak Prescott so much grief for falling short in the playoffs. But guys, I brought him up a minute ago. It's starting to become eerie how similar Dak is to Tony Romo. The resumes are getting kind of scary. Yeah, you can see it on the screen here. Like the numbers are the same. The playoff records are very similar. The accolades are very similar. Yeah. Dak was recently named All-Pro. Tony never did that, but it's very similar. And you know what? And sorry, not to cut you off, Shady, but when Tony was the quarterback, it was this same song and dance of if they could only get a quarterback who could win in the clutch. What are the odds that they have done this twice in a row? I know. Or maybe it's more than just the quarterback. Like maybe there's more to it than all this.
Maybe it's more than just the quarterback. Maybe there's more to all this. James Jones asked Dave Helman if what he was saying was because everyone was so hard on Dak Prescott. Dave admitted that it was a mixture of that and wanting to see if it's the Cowboys organization holding the team back or their quarterback. Remember, Cowboys Nation hasn't been able to get it done with a plethora of quarterbacks, whether with a second-round draft pick or an undrafted free agent. The Dallas Cowboys have not been able to capitalize on an NFC championship or a Super Bowl. But y'all ready for my raw and uncut? Y'all ready? Let's get it. First and foremost, let me say this, Cowboys Nation. I love y'all. I love this team. I love this fan base. And I love this organization. But we got to get this work right now. You got to get this raw and uncut. Because I came back to the segment because I didn't want to hear the viral clips that some people extracted from Dave Helman's statement. I needed the context behind what Dave Helman was actually talking about. Cowboys Nation has seen that one clip of him saying it should be Dak Prescott's last year in Dallas and ran with it. Me? I prefer to show a little bit of empathy instead of calling Dave Helman a traitor or something, because I get it. I completely get it. I understand his frustration. As a Cowboys content creator who is in favor of extending Dak Prescott, I field so many negative comments from people who say they are Dallas Cowboys fans, but they will wish negativity on his franchise because they haven't made the moves that they want him to make. Fans who will wish that their quarterback get injured. I've even seen fans wish Dak Prescott get arrested after that allegation came out. All in the name of getting rid of him and plunging into quarterback obscurity by not having a franchise quarterback. Wishing all kinds of bullshit on the organization just to get a ring. While some dislike what Dave Helman had to say, I sit back and I understand where he's coming from, Cowboys Nation. I've said it in previous videos. There was a lot of people in Cowboys Nation who have said the same damn thing. People that say Dak should go to another team, and a fan base who appreciates him more and who appreciates his hard work. An organization who will treat him like a priority and not a hindrance. An organization that will work with him and get him the pieces that he needs to succeed, because he doesn't get much of that in Dallas. A player that has given everything to this organization. A player that has given everything to the city of Dallas. Walter Payton Man of the Year award? This is how some of Cowboys Nation treats the franchise quarterbacks here in Dallas. Hey, you want to come be the quarterback for us? We won't pay you when it's your time to get paid. We would do everything in our power to get you signed to a team-friendly discount. Even some of our fans will put you down if you don't take what we are willing to give you. You want to come play for us? But no matter what Dak Prescott does, aside from winning a Super Bowl, it's not good enough. No matter what records he breaks, it's not good enough. No matter what mediocre receiver he makes a household name, to some, Dak can't elevate the level of play with his teammates. No matter how hard he hustles, Dak Prescott should have stayed in bounds. People will only hold on to the negative that a person does and will case build to make their case stronger. Hence the 2-5 playoff argument. Just like this Dave Helman appearance on Speak. For years, Dave Helman has been a devoted Dallas Cowboy analyst and an advocate for Dak Prescott. But because he has one segment where he's fed up with the bullshit from some of Cowboys Nation, he's a traitor now? James Jones has taken up for Dak Prescott on many occasions, but just because he has one take where he says Dak Prescott shouldn't get $60 million, he's a Dak hater? Dave Helman doesn't want to see Dak go, but I can bet my bottom dollar that he is sick and tired of the rumors, the questions, and the false reports about Dak Prescott. I bet he's sick and tired of how the front office continues to conduct business as usual. And I bet you that he is sick and tired of how ungrateful some are when it comes to Dak Prescott. What's going on with us, y'all? We better than that. We are better than bickering amongst each other and being so divided. We want our Dallas Cowboys to represent Cowboys Nation by getting us a Super Bowl, but how do we represent the Dallas Cowboys? By giving the hating ass talking heads stories to run with because we're at each other's throats because of our front office? All because the mainstream media convinced some of y'all that Dak Prescott wants $60 million a year when Dak Prescott hadn't even put a number out there yet? I don't get it. Angry Cowboys fans. I just don't get it. And speaking of that $60 million a year, I'm going to end this video with a tweet from Clarence Hill Jr., a very credible reporter for the Dallas Cowboys. Let it simmer in your brain a little and realize that you're being fed these numbers by the 4- and 3-letter networks and you're believing them. That the $60 million that Dak is asking for is a number that the media keeps putting out there. If you got to pause the video, by all means, be my guest, pause the video, but take a look at this tweet. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan. I apologize for how late this video is, but I felt that I needed to have a little bit more context behind what Dave Helman's quote was and not rely on the videos that I've seen on X and Instagram. You know, what do y'all think, ACF family? Let's have an adult conversation in the comments section. If you're digging this content and want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboy fans, drop a like on the video and share this content with your friends who are Cowboys fans. If you are DC for life and you're sick and tired of the division in Cowboys Nation, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I go live, release a video or a podcast episode. I get Dave Helman's frustration. I want to see Dak Prescott succeed as well, and it's frustrating when he doesn't because this team relies on Dak way too much. It's frustrating when our team doesn't succeed. It's even more frustrating to see people get kicked when they're down. He only said what a lot of us Cowboys fans have thought, and he got crucified because of it. But peep this out, Cowboys Nation. If you have a friend in a really messed up relationship, are you going to tell them to stick it out? Or will you give them advice to find someone better? Someone that appreciates them and what they bring. If you sit back and you actually think about it, Dave Helman only said what a caring person would say because, contrary to popular beliefs, our front office is one of dysfunction, and it has been for 30 years. The dysfunction is here, Cowboys Nation, and it will remain even after Dak Prescott. This has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.